This is Matthew chapter 24 and verse 13. But he that shall endure to the end, the same shall be saved. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Al-Shah, Ba'ashem, Kakwadash. Double honors to apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who rule very well, very beautifully. Double salutations to the Akim out here pushing this gospel in truth and in sincerity to the best of their ability, given to them by Yahbashim Al-Shai. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the elect scattered abroad. May the election of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Al-Shai, Lord willing, upon our houses. This is the brother Abba Bayath come back at you, Lord will, with the edifying lesson. This is going to be a few words of encouragement. If I'm not mistaken, this is episode 8. The Wadi Yahbashim Al-Shai for allowing, us brothers to be able to come out here and Lord willing, edify the flock, But yeah, man, this is ultimately going into that name of the game, man, which is what, man? It's enduring, man. As we just read, he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And that's what we want to do, man. We want to be saved, But there's a time that we're about to hit, that, hey, man, this is going to be a trial of our faith, man, And we have to be able to endure the small things now, to be able to ultimately even have a chance to endure the hour of temptation, Jacob's trouble, martial law, which is to come, So I want to grab that word endure. Endure. Let me see. Let's just read this. Endure. It says to undergo or suffer, right, man? It says to continue in existence, to make hard, harden, bear, tolerate, keep up, and maintain, right, man? This is exactly what we have to do, man. We have to maintain, or as it says, right, Revelation chapter 3, hold fast to that which thou hast, man, which is what, man? This faith, this gospel, this truth, and we have to maintain that, especially in the time that we're coming into, man, because we're coming into a time which is to try the whole world, and you best believe it's going to try those that are even part of the elect, man. Let me grab this. This is Revelations chapter 3 verse 10. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience. So because thou is holding fast to that which which we have, again, which is this word, this faith, it says, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon the whole, come upon all the world, Salakia, to try them that dwell upon the earth, right, man? So we're coming into a time that we know the elect is going to get delivered out of. We hope that we're part of the elect, but we don't know if we're part of the elect, But this period that's going to come upon the world is going to be a trial, of your faith, man, Let's go into this, Salakia. Let's go into this word, temptation, in the Hebrew. This is Strong's G 3986. See if it plays. Don't look like it's gonna play, but it says, it says an experiment, attempt, trial, proving, the trial maybe. Salakia, let's go down to verse where it says B, the trial of man's fidelity, integrity, virtue, and
Strong's G 3986. Pyrasmas.
Right, man. So it says what? On B, it says the trial of man's fidelity, integrity, virtue, and constancy. Now you go into that word trial, means what, man? A test. So this is a test, really of our faith, man. And even on the smallest things that we go through, man, this is why we're constantly, start with the elder apostles, we're constantly telling you that everything is a test, man. You should view everything that you go through as a test. Okay, is this within righteousness? Is this, against the law of Yahweh Al-Shai? Is this good? Is this, this, that, and the third? You should constantly be, as the Most High tested me, is there a certain way that I should act, whenever, that trial comes up, there's a certain way that you need to act, and there's a certain way that we need to, certain characteristics that we need to have when it comes to certain situations, especially the one that we're about to come into, man, which is going to be a hard time. And Apostle Paul said what, man? Endure hardness as a good soldier, So again, the name of the game is to be able to endure. If we're not enduring even the smallest trials, we're not going to be able to endure even the greatest trials, Let me grab Sirach chapter 2 verse 1. It says, "My son, if thou come to serve the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Al-Shai, prepare thy soul for temptation." Again, we went into that word temptation means what? A trial, man. A test. So we need to prepare our minds for these tests. When you go, you're in school, a pop quiz comes up on you. You didn't, you weren't paying attention throughout the school year or anything like that, or what, let's say it's in the first 3 months of school, you weren't paying attention to those first 3 months, and that pop quiz comes. Well, guess what? Your ass is gonna fail that pop quiz, man. Versus someone who has been paying attention, someone who's been studying, someone who's been preparing for just in case if there was a pop quiz, they would be able to ace it, man. This is what we need to do. We need to constantly be preparing, and that's by taking heed to the words of Yahweh B'Shem Al-Shai, because ultimately, like it says, Yahweh B'Shem Al-Shai is a guide unto them that keep his commandments. And how is he going to do that? Because he's telling us what is to come, and he tells us how to act in those days. Not only is he going to be, through the Spirit guiding his men in those days, but he's telling us beforehand how to act and how to, what characteristics we need to ultimately establish within ourselves to be able to, walk correctly in these times. In the second verse, it says what? Set thy heart aright, constantly endure. So even the small trials we need to constantly endure. It says, and make not haste in the time of trouble. So that right there is a characteristic, that we need to have. That goes into what? And having trust, faith, and belief in Yahweh B'Shem Al-Shai. We're not going to be like everybody else when all hell breaks loose. We're not going to sit here and wait the fuck out, man. We're gonna have faith, and that's a characteristic that's very rare. That's only going to be established, in the elect. It's a gift from the Most High. Not everybody's got that gift, So if you have that gift, or if you believe, period, which again is faith. If Yahweh B'Shem Al-Shai has given you faith, hey man, you need to prepare yourself now. You need to prepare yourself now for what is to come, because hey, there's gonna be some crazy ass shit that we're gonna see, man. We're gonna see people eating themselves. We're gonna see murder. We're gonna see rape. We're gonna see a whole bunch of different things, man. Kids being killed, people getting ripped apart. We're gonna see a whole bunch of shit that we haven't fucking seen at all ever in this lifetime, man. And we need to be able to endure that, And again, the way that you do that is by preparing yourself, man, because the scriptures go through all that shit, all that gruesome ass shit, Scripture tells you that it's gonna happen, So what you start to do is you start to envision it in your mind. Okay, this is what it's possibly gonna look like. This is, hey, this is some scary shit, but it is what it is. What do you do? Sometimes if you're not able to fully envision, what do? You go watch a movie that has that shit in it, blood and gore in it, and say, damn. This what could happen, You start to prepare your heart. You do anything and everything you can to prepare yourself for what is to come, so that way you're able to, when shit arises, you ain't fiend by it, man. You're able to endure it and keep moving forward, As it says, to constantly endure, Again, this is the name of the game, is to endure, man. We have to be able to endure, Let me grab. I got a couple more precepts, but and I don't want to make these too long, man. Usually these few words of encouragement, man. They're usually just to the point, and we move on, man. This is James, chapter 1, and verse 12. It says, "Blessed is the man that endureth temptation." So blessed is the person who can sit here, prepare themselves before this pop quiz, really it's the ultimate test. It's like that, you know, the finals, man, you know, of the year at school. It's like the finals or the ACT, SAT, you know, in one packet, you know, so that way you can get into college, man, you know, which are lame, you know, lame ass fucking, you know, comparisons, because they're nothing to compare to, you know, the kingdom or anything like that, man, you know. But just, you know, just for a simple comparison, it is what it is, man, you know. But yeah, man, this is like the ultimate test, you know, and because we are preparing, you know, by taking heed to the words, by taking heed to, you know, the prophets, starting with the elder apostles and learning and growing, you know, praying to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, fasting, you know, making mature moves, you know, abstaining from thy fleshly lust to the best of our ability, you know. Hey, we're preparing ourselves, which means what, man? We're trying to endure, and when we endure, Lord willing, it's the will of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. We're gonna be blessed, man. James 1:12. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation. Now, this isn't just talking about men; it's talking about you women as well. You know, when you women go through the things that you don't necessarily want to go through, you know, you might have a man that's just a fucking asshole, you know, and he might not be in the truth, but you're in the truth. You know, if you're doing, you know, you're being subject to your husband, even though you don't like it, you know, you're that's something that you got to endure as well, you know. Or let's say that your man is in the truth, you know, and you're in the truth, but you're still, you know, obviously you're a woman, so you have different likes, or, you know, this, that, and the third. You know, your women are not, they don't do the same things as men, you know, especially a man that's in the truth. A man that's constantly out teaching the word, constantly studying, you know. You might want to spend a little time with him, but he's giving all that time to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. That's something that you got to endure as well, you know. So both men and women, you know, in this truth, we have to be able to endure even the smallest shit, you know, because if we're able to endure the smallest shit, the Lord will, as part of the Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai's will, we're going to be able to endure the greater tests, man. We're passing all the pop quiz, but that summer, you know, that last final test of the year, well, you gonna fuck around and fail? You've been preparing all year for this, and you gonna fail? That shit don't make no sense, man. You know, if you've been preparing, you're most likely gonna pass, man. You know. So blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him. Right, man. You know. What does that look like, man? That looks like the victory. We're going to receive a victory. You can read that in 2nd Esdras chapter 2, starting at verse 40 on down to the very end. That's that victory, you know, getting crowned by Yahushua himself, you know, being in those white raiments with palms on our hands, man, you know, being made pure, being made white, you know, having all iniquity cast out of us, man, you know, being perfect. You know, that's what we want, you know, but we have to endure first. We have to endure these small things leading up to that trial, and then be able to endure the trial. Again, this is the name of the game. This is something that we are striving to do, you know, or we should be striving to do, you know. Last precept, Revelations chapter 3 and verse 21. It says, to him that overcometh, again, receiving that victory, that's overcoming this world, you know, enduring through those trials and being able to overcome those trials, you know. It says, to he that overcometh will I grant to sit with me in my throne, even as I also overcame and am set down with my Father in his throne, you know. So we're gonna, you know, Lord will, we're part of the elect. Lord will, you know, it's written in the book of life for us to endure. Hey, we're gonna be kings and princesses, man. We're gonna have slaves. You know, we're gonna be rulers. You know, and again, that's just, you know, that's huge, man. You know, because we've always been on bottom. You know, as it's written, is, you know, in Deuteronomy 28, it says what, man? We are the tail and they are the head. You know, but soon Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is gonna switch that. He's gonna make us the head and make them the tail. You know. So that's just part of that blessings, man. You know, but again, hey, y'all need to prepare, man. Prepare yourself, you know, because again, there's a huge test that's coming, and if you don't prepare for that test, you're gonna fail that test, you know. But for those that are preparing, hey, keep preparing, man. You know, the more you prepare, the better off you're going to be. You know, the higher grade score you're going to get in that test. You know, but hey, man, it's all about enduring at this moment. Keep going, hold fast to that which thou hast, which is this faith. You know, and keep pushing, keep doing what you got to do. With that being said, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem El Shai. Double salutations, or it's like double honors to apostles and elders of Great Millstone, rule very well, very beautifully. I want to say Kwame Yasharal and the Bible Wall. Shalom.